Well, hello, friends. What's going on? Come on, it's time to chat with Maxie. Listen, I've been a little MIA. I've just kind of been here, there, trying to sort some things out. But here I am tonight. Here I am. Let's just throw it old school, like when we started this, and just chat it up. Let's chat it up. What's been going on? How's everybody doing? Everyone good? Listen, this time of year, I love to see other people's Christmas lights, which you probably don't know about me, but it will not shock you. No, a lot of you do know. I'm not a decorator. We don't have a tree up yet. We'll get it up. It'll probably be the small one. I had big dreams and hopes. So I thought, oh, Rinley will love the big tree. Thankfully, though, her grandmother on the other side, Jennifer, she does a great job decorating. So she has lots of lights there to look at. So we'll get a little tree up and we'll still have a good Christmas and all will be well. But I very much do enjoy driving around looking at Christmas lights. I love it. We're going to take a drive in the next night or two. And not tonight because I'm recording this on Monday and there's a little snowstorm outside, a little snowy snow. But I don't like snow. I hate it. And everyone tells me there's no need to complain about it. Winter comes every year. Well, there's no need to complain about it. That's true, but chances are high I'm going to. It doesn't help anything to complain other than make me feel better. I don't complain about a lot of things. Snow, I do. And I know I need to flip the script and be grateful. I know, but let a girl just kind of have her feelings for a little bit about it, okay? I don't like it. Let's get back to the story. But I love to drive around and look at Christmas lights. So my plan is to do that soon, then the next couple nights or so, and take some videos and put a little something together because it's pretty. Just so many pretty ones. But I will tell you now. I've seen some really good ones so far. I've been to Webster County. I had to go to Greenbrier County the other day. So on my way back, it was dark because it gets dark so early. So I got to see some pretty ones. Um, but listen, there is a house in Camden on Golly. I don't know who lives there. It's the house across from the Missionary Baptist Church, I think is the name of it. And it's either where you go either down Maple Inn Road or you stay on the main road. It's kind of like at that Y. And they have some super cool lights out. But what I like about them is they look like big bulbed Christmas lights that like you'd put around your we can put them around your tree, but I was going to say put it around like your porch or something outside. Well, they're like great big jumbo plastic ones. I'm assuming they just crack me up. I love them. So anyways, I'm giving them a 2 thumbs up. I like it a whole lot, but there's a ton that are super cute, and when I get out, can do some video and I will name some more. But those, I like them. I like them a lot. So take a drive, go enjoy them. Okay, go enjoy them. People put a lot of work into them. I mean, not this people, but I know it should be personal. I was just having a little jokey, little fun, but I do like me some Christmas lights. Something else I've discovered since I've been on here. It seems like this particular style is coming back in style. I mean, again, I've told you before, I say it on my Instagram, I'm a trendsetter on the cutting edge of fashion. That's not true. That's a lie. But so they went out for a little while. Now they're in. They always stayed in for me. Anyways, I see all over the socials that the matching like sweatpants, like this gray top, I'd have gray sweatpants on. They have all different colors now. Sand color. What do they call it? Monochromatic. Is that right? I think it's what it's called. I'm loving it. I love it. Now, what you got to know about me is I'll always have like a undershirt thing on. I will. it may or may not stick out, probably will stick out, but I love the whole, we're getting back to, it's okay if you're dressed head to toe in red or blue or green. You know, there for a while it was, oh, switch it up, wear like a gray at the top and black at the bottom. I don't know, but I'm excited that's back in style, and for a few few months anyways, I'll be in style. All right. Let's talk about, I'm looking at my notes. Y'all know I have some notes here because in some of my trainings that I've been watching on the YouTube, trying to do the best I can to deliver this information to you and provide this content. No, it talks about having some notes because it keeps you like a little script so that the flow flows smoothly and naturally in our conversation. All right, so I got me some notes. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out here now. Don't hear what I'm not saying in this story, okay? If you're friends with me on the Facebook, I put a post up a few days ago about helping to feed the Glenville basketball team that Rye is part of. Okay, so let's back this up. All of my kids, you know, I have Grayson's a senior in college. She'll graduate next December. Rye's a sophomore. So we've been through a few winter breaks. Okay. However, last year I was at a different college, so things were a little bit different on winter break. A few more options were available for food, okay, in the cafeteria. Every college during winter break has limited cafeteria hours, or they shut it down completely, or they only leave it open certain hours for athletes. Or so this is not a slam at all against the school that my son goes to now, and it's not. It was just, here was a problem arose, so we try to be problem solvers. Let's see what's the solution to this. So what was happening was the cafeteria had cut their hours, super limited hours. And along with that, most of the options were shut down except for one little tiny area. And there was like three or four, little trays of food. And that was provided to feed all of the athletes that were left there during winter break. So the boys basketball team, women's basketball team, I think the acrobatic team, there's maybe the wrestlers. I don't know. All I know for sure is the girls and boys basketball team. But anyways, so that food was put out during super limited hours to feed these athletes. Well, it wasn't sufficient there, and it wasn't enough to do so. So my ball player had been telling me, and he told me this during Thanksgiving break too, and I really did. I thought maybe he was exaggerating. I don't know. I was like, go to the dollar store, get you some groceries. Listen, let's just say it was not my most shining star moment as a mom, but I've had a few of those, so we bounce back. They know how to handle it. So he kept talking about it on winter break, and so then an opportunity arose, I'm not going into detail, that I could actually see inside the cafeteria. He was not exaggerating. If anything, he maybe didn't stress it enough. But again, I wasn't opening to listening to it. That's my bad. So once I saw that some changes, that there was a problem that needed a solution. So I'm not part of administration. I can't jump in and do anything about the cafeteria hours. And the coaching staff, his coach and the AD, the assistant coach, all of them were trying to resolve this. So that's all within administration. I don't have anything to do with that. All I know was all I knew what's happening right there. All I was aware of is there were, I'm going to call them kids. I know they're adults technically, but they're college students that needed fed. There you go. So some of these college students completely rely on what the cafeteria offers. There's no extra like run to Tutors or McDonald's or whatever. So I will say the coaching staff or the AD, someone did help out some. I'm not not trying to take away from that, but I'm going to brag on Webster County and Braxton County a little bit. Let me wet my whistle so I can do it appropriately. So I put a post up on Facebook, not slaming anybody. My goal was to not causing controversy, though. Just a touch came from it, but it's over. It's done. It's all right. Yeah, so I was like, help me feed the team. And I am telling you, we couldn't have fit one more thing in my car. I'm not joking. We had so many donations. The custard stand in Webster Springs, huge donation boxes, so that each dorm room, each suite room, had a box full of food. What was I going to say? Oh, and the 2 players, one lives off campus by himself, and one has to live in another dorm because he's a freshman and because he's in the nursing programs. The nursing program has to stay in a certain area. So, but both of them were taken care of. It used to be called Bad Axe Bistro in Braxton County. Now I think it's called Braxton Bistro. They made huge, like family size hot meals, pasta for them, and bread and salad. So big shout out to them. And there's another local store that doesn't want to be mentioned. They're like, we're going to help keep it zipped, Maxie. So we'll keep it zipped, but they provided, wow, a lot. And then individuals just started providing things. Jennifer, Renly's other grandma, provided a big thing of chicken and dumplings and homemade bread and Rice Krispie treats. And Shay Westfall, I think she got married. Armand Trout, maybe. Anyway, she provided a big box of individual boxes of protein bars. So everybody got 2 or 3 boxes of those. My friends down the road provided some biscuits, and yeah, they know what else they did, and it's appreciated. I don't want to miss anybody. See, that's the thing. When you start naming names, I get so nervous that I'm going to miss someone, and I don't want to miss anyone. Alan Bell provided some cereal and protein bars. Yeah. So you know who you are if you provided in any way, shape, or form. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I tell all that to say we rolled in there Wednesday evening, so much food, and someone had donated what the heck? Someone had donated some fried chicken. Smelled good too. The car smelled like fried chicken. We got out, we're like, our cologne tonight, Chris's cologne, my perfume is fried chicken scent. It's okay though. Oh, it fed some boys. They were hungry boys too. So I just think it's super cool. I love to do that. There are more good people than not in this world. There are more generous people than greedy people in this world. The difference is the generous people, they just do it. They don't make a big scene about it. The greedy people, there's always something on either the news media or social media, like a complaint or a not enough or something, but generous people, they just slide in there and get it done, right? And with all of the little, I don't know if I call them fundraisers or projects or activities, and I've done a lot just through social media, from raising money for people fighting cancer to people impacted by a flood to couple years ago, well, I guess it'd be 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we helped set up a college student who had zero support system, and it was in abundance, so much so we got to help 2 other college kids, paying for Young Life camps. We raised money for the 2019 championship rings. It's just, I mean, I am never, ever, ever not amazed. I have to watch, I get a little emotional at the generosity of people. It's amazing. From small businesses, local businesses, to individuals. Nothing is too big or too small. If you donate, Amanda Tierney, she donated some groceries that filled 2 suite rooms. It was great. Someone else donated some groceries that filled a couple suite rooms. So see how, every little bit helps. Like if you can only donate a loaf of bread, that helps. It's not like there's never a competition as to who donates more. Or sometimes if you only have $5 to give $5. You don't have to have 500 to give. Every little bit makes a difference, right? And we always take the time, no matter what it's for, to pray over the donations, the donors. We pray that the donations always will be a blessing, and that the donors receive 100%. That they receive 100-fold return on their donation, and that it's good seed, and whatever they're believing God for, that they will receive it in abundance. And let's just talk about God. Let's go ahead and talk about him. I don't know how long I've been running. I don't have a little timer set, and it's not coming up, but I'm going to say this. Anytime that I do any of these, I don't know, projects, fundraisers, what do you call it? I don't know, things, events, occurrences. I always pray about it first. And God is a God of abundance, and he always, always does exceedingly abundantly more than I can ask, think, or imagine. Like, I really thought we'd end up with enough stuff for, sandwiches for them for a few days. No, they had full-on dinners, and enough for lunch, for breakfast, and enough that will last them. So Tuesday the 19th, I told you I'm filming this on Monday. So Tuesday the 19th, which is tomorrow, all of them are released. They have a ball game at 11, then they'll be released to go home for a few days. So some are leaving Tuesday, some their flights leave Wednesday, but they have enough food to have carried them over. And that's amazing, guys. Like, that is amazing. Wow. And then not even just me, I see other people doing things online, like the Angel Tree adoptions, the Adopt a Senior for the elderly population, just tons of things I've seen online, and it never fails. Needs are met in abundant ways. And so that's encouraging to me. I just wanted to share that with you all. When I What do you think about this? I would say it. I used to be like afraid to try to do anything of that nature. Like, what if it flops? And I've had things flop. I'll never forget. Now, this isn't a helping hands or whatever, but one time, a long time ago, I used to teach a Sunday school class at the church that we attend, still are part of. It just has to be online right now because of other circumstances. But and I also was like the youth group leader. I don't know, but anyways, try to work with the teens. And so we had like a youth rally, and the first one was awesome. It was bigger and better than I thought it would be, and really, I remember it like it was yesterday. And I even see kids, well, they're adults now, families out from that youth rally, and sometimes it'll come up and they can remember. Their lives were changed. And then we thought we'll do another one. And so we did another one, and we ordered the church ordered double the pizzas. And anyways, it was kind of a flop. Like, not very many came out at all. But here's the thing, like, you don't know until you try. So for a while, I beat myself up. I was embarrassed. I hated that, the expense of the pizzas, and there wasn't very many people there. And like, the speaker came, and, I beat myself up because I thought it's a failure. No. First of all, God doesn't waste anything. So I couldn't see everything going on at that youth rally. I don't know what went on in the people that came. I don't know what went on in their hearts, right? And he doesn't waste anything. So just because the turnout wasn't what I wanted or had planned for, and through the natural eyes, it looked like a flop. No, it was not. So finally, because I really wallered in that, like, beating myself up for a while. And then finally I was like, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I take away from this? And I did learn some things. And yeah, it's only a failure if you stay down and you let it keep you down. Otherwise, it's a learning experience, right? You learn from it what you can do different, what didn't work. And some things are just out of your hands, out of your control. And sometimes you just miss God. Like, in hindsight, I probably just missed God on playing in that second one. The first one, I knew confidently that that God was telling me to do so. I just knew it. The second one, it was more of probably something that we try to do on our own out of excitement of what happened at the first one, right? So you just learn from it and go on. It's okay. It didn't break me as a person or a Sunday school teacher or youth leader. You learn from it and move on, right? Had to work through some things, but I got through it. Okay, so that story wasn't in my notey notes, but it just came to me and I wanted to share it with you. So getting back on track here, there is something I want to share with you tonight. Then I want to share the verses for you to open your Bibles and read, memorize, and really meditate on it and get it down in you, everywhere, in here, in your heart, out your mouth, right? So I saved this picture to my phone a while back, and it's of a woman walking, and it says, "You survived 100% of your worst days." You have survived 100% of your worst days. When those days presented itself, just like when I felt like a failure and I was embarrassed over that youth meeting, I survived it. I got on the other side of it. I was going to say in comparison, but I'm trying not to do that because we don't have to compare hurts or disappointments. But maybe when someone you love goes on to heaven, there are hard days. There are hard days, right? But you have survived them. You are surviving, and some you're on the other side of. Maybe you've lost a job. What are we going to do? We've been in that position. We have survived. We are and have survived our worst days. We're not in our worst days right now, so maybe I should change that. We have survived our worst days. 100% of our worst days, we've made it through. So when you're in the time of that worst day or a bad day, just remind yourself, I've survived in the past. I'm going to survive this time. I'm not only going to survive, I am victorious, right? I'm coming out on the other side. Well, some scriptures that help me a lot, and I use these on a day-to-day basis. Now, there are a lot of scriptures that you could pick that are like the ones I'm going to share. So do it. Search them out and pick the ones that really just, yes, that give you the strength that you need. But I'm going to share two of the many because these are the two that I have written down. They're in my notes on my phone, and that I tell myself and say to myself, to get me through those bad days. And listen, it doesn't even have to be your worst day. It can be a bad day. It can be a frustrating day. It can just be a disappointing day. It can be a day that wasn't all full of laughter and good times, right? For me, it helps me to know, and it has helped me. Once I understood the realness of this concept, and I was saved for a lot of years before I understood the realness of this concept, that I'm not going through or doing anything alone. Nope. I'm really not. Those aren't just words. That's truth, right? So let's turn to, and we'll do all three Bibles like we used to, and then I'll give you some recommendations, and then I'll get off here, right? Well, I have two verses tonight for you. Get your pens and paper out, and actually get a Bible and open and look at these verses, or you can use your device. No, got a little bossy there, didn't I? What? Okay, Deuteronomy. Am I saying it right? That sounds weird. Deuteronomy. Okay. Chapter 31. And Deuteronomy is in the Old Testament near the front of the Bible. So it's chapter 31, verse 6. And what's going on here is Joshua is being appointed the new leader of Israel. And read that whole chapter. But this verse helps me through my bad days, my worst days, my frustrating days, my disappointing days, my sad days. It says, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord your God, He is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. He won't leave you or forsake you. It's not the character of God. He won't leave his children. So anything you're going through, he's not ditching you. He's not like deuces, peace out. He's right there with you. You might have to take a deep breath and remind yourself of that. You might have to take a deep breath and talk to him some. But he's right there. So be strong and of good courage. Do not fear. Don't be afraid. For the Lord your God, he's the one that goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Behind me, I'll read that scripture. See, that's one from Joshua telling us to be strong and courageous, that we aren't alone. The next one is Psalm chapter 46. It's also in the Old Testament. Verse 1, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. That is a big one to me. I'll remind myself of that when we're struggling in whatever way, or when, we all have things we're praying about and we're believing God for them to come to pass. In that waiting period, I have to remind myself, God, you are my ever-present help in time of trouble. I'm not doing this alone. You are my refuge, my place of safety, right? And you are my strength. So I'm going to tell you, this is my New King James Version, the Spirit-Filled Life Bible. I'm sorry. So down in the notes, in the very bottom, because it's a study Bible, it has some little study notes. I love this. It says, present help. So that's in that verse. It says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. It says, a present help means a help that has been found to be reliable, or proven to be reliable, or proven to be a reliable stronghold in the past, so that any future calamity is no reason to fear. That's so good. God has proven to you time and time again, he is the present, ever present. He is ever present in time of need. He is your ever present. He is ever present in time of trouble. He is your refuge. He is your strength. But I love that. He's been proven to be reliable. And I remind myself of that. When I start like doubting God or our situation or whatever's going on, I call things to remembrance. Oh, I remember when God did this. I remember when God did that. I remember when God did this. So call those things to remembrance. All right, let's go to the old Message Bible. Remember, some people like it, some don't. Okay, I'm not getting into all that tonight. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. I like this. Be strong and take courage. Don't be intimidated. Don't give them a second thought, because God, your God, is striding ahead of you. He's right there with you. He will not let you down, and he will not leave you. So good. Psalms chapter 46, verse 1. God is a safe place to hide, ready to help when we need him. Simple. I love it. He's ready to help when we need him, and he is our refuge, our safe place to hide. Right? We're not by ourselves. We're not going through any of our worst days by ourselves. And that was the Message. And this is my parallel Bible. Half of it's King James Version. The other half is Amplified. And I'm going to read from the Amplified. Chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong, courageous, and firm. Fear not, nor be in terror of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you, and he will not forsake you. He won't do it, folks. He won't do it. Remember, he's not like I have some of the dearest friends, and my husband, we tight. We're not perfect, but we're tight. But there are times that I will fail him, and there's times he's going to fail me. Even my very best friends, we're human. There's going to be times we miss it, right? Not with God. God, he never, ever fails you. He doesn't let you down. Ever-present help in time of need. He's with you always. He is your refuge. He's your safe place, and he is your strength. Psalms 46, 1. God is our refuge and strength, mighty to temptation, a very present and well-proved help in trouble. He is mighty, right? He's not a teeny tiny little, not a little God. No, he's mighty. He's mighty. So I hope you enjoy those. Write them down and continue to search out. I'm going to flip around here. You get to see the back of my head. They tell you not to do this in the trainings. I'm a rebel like that. It says, be brave, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. That's Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Over and over again, it tells us in his word, we're not alone, man. We're not doing it. We don't have to figure things out alone. We don't have to get through things alone. He's our refuge and our strength. Whoop, whoop. Okay, there's my stories. Here's my devotional. Now here's my recommendations. Y'all stop it. $3 for two little sockies. Two pairs of socks from the old Family Dollar, the FD. They've got the grippers on the bottom, so you won't have a little slide. But during the winter months, we have all hardwood floors, laminate hardwood floors. And sometimes our little toesies get cold, so I like to get me some little cheap fuzzy socks. I wear these at my mom's too, which is where I'm going tonight, and I'm going to break open the striped pack. She likes these too. My first recommendation, fuzzy socks. Get them wherever. I think you can get them at the Dollar Tree, even for like $1.25. I know the Dollar Tree is part of the Family Dollar, but I didn't see any of the $1.25 section. If I looked over them, y'all let me know. But at the Dollar Tree in Summersville, you can probably find them. Second, I discovered this lotion that I'm loving. Dr. Teal's body lotion. It's nourishing coconut oil, essential oil. I just bought the little like purse size, $1.25, because your girl's on the budget. And I'll try it first. I love it. I'm going to get the full size when I get back to the Walmart. Actually, I got this at the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to get a big one from Walmart. So I love that a lot. I do. And my third recommendation, I might do for, if you haven't been to the Bad Axe Bistro or Braxton Bistro in Sutton, it's worth the trip. It is delicious, not just because they help feed the Glenville team. Emily and I have done reviews on them on our YouTube channel. It's just delicious food. Also, I like on Tuesdays, get yourself over to the local in Summersville's 2 for $20. Honest Abe, you get a burger and like a side, whether it be fries, onion rings, whatever, and your drink, honestly, for $10. And then with tax, it's like $11, $11.19. You have to do 2, 2 for $20. You can't beat that. So let's go ahead and get you something good to eat over the holidays. All right, that's it. If you like this, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Be sure to select the little bell so you get notified as I upload videos. You also can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Maxetta Gad, Facebook. Also, be sure to check out Emily and Maxetta reviewing the grub on YouTube and on Facebook. We have a page on there. We've had to slow down a little bit because of Rye's basketball schedule, but hopefully while he's off, we can get a couple reviews up. And I think that's it. Oh, I did post a short video last week with, I think it's about 7 minutes long, and it is recommendation. What? Those big words will get you every time. Recommendations of some daily devotionals you may want to get to utilize in 2024, or you may already have some good ones. If you do, leave them in the comments. Let everyone know about them. Okay, let's chat it up again next week. Don't forget new podcast episodes. Also, every Thursday, it's time to talk about it with Max Sedegad. Yours truly. Thank you.